Thank you for watching the Sustainability Chat. The Sustainability Institute is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization located in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Our mission is to catalyze sustainable action in the Seven Rivers region through educating about local sustainability issues and solutions, advocating for climate and sustainable action, connecting like-minded organizations and people to each other, and inspiring a positive vision for a sustainable future. We hope you check out all of our programs and events, like our Sustainability Chats, Green Goose Chase, Earth Fair, and the Inspiring Sustainability Awards. The Sustainability Institute free programming is only available thanks to our generous supporters. If you find what we do meaningful, please consider donating today by heading to our website, sustaininstitute.com. Once there, you can find information by clicking the Become a Member or Donate button at the top of the page. Support at any level is greatly appreciated and your contribution is tax deductible. We especially want to thank our highest tier members, including our committed advocates and cheering champions. Thank you! Now on to today's Sustainability Chat featuring one of La Crosse's Youth Climate Action Fund projects.
Hey everyone, I am Casey Meehan. I'm the Director of Programming at the Sustainability Institute. And today we are having an interview with Meg Erdenabat, who is a student from Mongolia. She was in the University at Japan, and for the past year, she's been studying at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. She was also the Sustainability Institute's intern this summer, and she led all the efforts to interview many of the local youth who received the Bloomberg Youth Climate Action Fund grant. So you can find all of those interviews in our Sustainability Chats library on the Sustainability Institute website. And today, we actually get to turn the microphone around and interview Meg, who is also a recipient of the Youth Climate Action Fund grant. So her project focused on residential composting education. So Meg, welcome to Sustainability Chats. It's good to see you on the other side of the camera now. Could you just describe your project in your own words and just explain the goal that you were hoping to achieve?
Okay, thank you, Casey, and thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
So I have done is basically using the Youth Climate Action Fund, I purchased 30 compost bins and distributed those compost bins to residents of City of La Crosse. And yeah, I tried to turn some food scraps into soil.
And so where did you do this at?
What I have done is I invited expert composter who is really good at composting and know a lot of things about the composting. And I invited her, and then I gathered all of the people who wanted to receive compost bins, and then basically had my guest speaker taught them how to compost properly and distributed those three compost bins to people.
And those were all that was done in combination with the People's Food Co-op, is that right?
Yes. People's Food Co-op's manager Pern was so generous to me, and then she helped me to organize everything, and then yeah.
And so what inspired you to get involved in that climate action project at all?
So there's a few things that inspired me. First of all, when I was an undergrad at UWL, I was working on the Whitney Center, which is a huge dining hall on campus. I worked there to like as a food waste management, how to get people separate the food waste from trash, and that was the one thing. So seeing those lot of food waste was so, I don't know, not really good. And then I just thinking like what would happen if we turn it into composting. That was the one thing. And the second thing was my lovely professor, Alyssa Rimsburg. She was inspired me to like, she was really pushing me, like, Meg, you should go, you should participate in this thing. You have like this composting interest in this subject. So those two things really helped me. And then, oh yeah, last thing is I really care about environment, and I just like seeing all of the all of the resources, scraps are not really waste. Scraps are not really waste. We can just turn it into composting, and it's help us to grow next food again. So this trip
Hmm.
inspired me and helped me to, yeah.
And your background, what you're really interested in studying is environmental psychology, is that right?
Yes, environmental psychology, environmental studies.
And so how does environmental psychology, how did you use that lens or that framework to think about composting and think about this project?
Well, it's like so environmental psychology. So people really listen. That information comes from someone who is expert. So I really I invited Dr. Jen Wilk from UWL. She is ex composting expert. So the one of the reason why I invited her. Well, I could watch some bunch of like composting videos from YouTube, and then I could have talked by myself, but really people really wouldn't listen to me because I'm young and English is not my first language, so people would just come to pick up compost. But what I really hope to do is I just didn't want to distribute a bunch of compost to people. I wanted people to know how to compost properly so that they wouldn't fail. If I just give away a bunch of compost bin and they would fail composting, they would think, composting wouldn't work. So I really hope to save and save my project and them from this failure. That's why I asked that expert, Dr. Jen Bullock, to my event, and then through her, I hope we will be able to give proper information about composting. Yeah, that is one of the thing. Yeah, I think that's the really big psychological thing. Like environmental education is really like interrelated to environmental psychology, like how to educate people, how to give like proper information to people like efficiently is really environmental psychology, like in belongs to environmental psychology.
Sure. So your project then in your grant, what you did was you brought people, people registered to come in and learn about composting, right? So they would come to the co-op for a course, right? Like an hour-long course, and learn about composting from this expert, right?
Yes.
And then so as they learned about the composting, then sort of their reward for that or the incentive to come was they were given a composter to take home. Is that right?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
Meg, what were the most challenging parts of your project? And what did you do to overcome those? And also, like, what might you have done differently now that you've thought about it?
Yeah, there's a lot of challenging parts. So first of all, communication part was really challenging. Like communicating with everyone is really challenging, and ordering compost bin was really challenging. So first of all, I had I had I had planned everything by August 1st. That was my initial plan, but I couldn't receive the money fund from La Crosse Community Foundation. So that was really challenging part. Like I have planned everything, talked to People's Food Co-op, and planned to purchase everything, but I didn't have money. So that was really challenging part. And well, generally just communicating people, like waiting, like writing email and then waiting for a response. So it's not like well, I am doing this project all alone by myself, but really it's not me. Like I have to write email and I have to wait email from others. If I can't receive the like response from these people, I can't proceed to my next step. So it's really time consuming to like being patient is one of the things that I learned from this thing, being really patient. And second thing was ordering purchases, ordering my like placing the order of my 30 compost bins is really challenging. So there's a one compost bin I really wanted to like purchase, which has really good comments, like review on it, and the Amazon wouldn't let me purchase it 30. So I contacted the company and then asked them like, oh, we would like to put the bulk order, and they yeah, that's okay, and then they would hold me like 3 weeks. didn't give me any answer, and like I every time I call them they give same information, so whatever. Like this communication part is really difficult.
Hmm.
Logistic part was like what will happen like after I ordered my compost things, where would I want to put those things? That was really difficult, but I really appreciate that I had really good support system behind me, pushing me, backing me up. So I really glad. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
So about the communication, I completely understand that. And getting people like sometimes, in projects that I've run and events that I've run, one of the big concerns is like, are people going to show up? Right? Are we going to get people there? And
Yeah.
so did you like you did that, right? I mean, you gave away all of your compost and there's 30 composters, is that right?
Well, that was I actually I need to know mention that part specifically. So first, when I started this project, like every people around me, so I'll just go around and then talk to people like, oh, I'm going to do this thing, because I have no idea, like no idea what's going on, and this is not the place I have grown up, so I have no idea like what's like people in Rutgers are like, and just talk to my professor here and there and other people, and then the only thing they express, the only concern they express is, okay, your project is really good, really nice, like you have all the good intention and everything, but I am really concerned that you would be able to gather 30 people. There was like that wasn't my concern because I had no idea. Like I just thought that okay, I we are going to give away this thing, so people would show up. But other people, like people who have been here, who have been here like their whole life, were expressing those kind of concern to
I was
me.
concerned.
Yes,
I
you
was
would
concerned,
have been.
right? And so what like when I heard that it was such a successful event, I was delightfully surprised. And so like what's your secret sauce? How did you get 30 people to show up?
Well, the first thing is it's against psychological, environmental psychology. Well, it's just general psychological. Like our incentive was big. It's like
The incentive was like
it
giving
was
them
so
the
the compost.
composter, right? Yeah.
What I learned from this is the people who gave me this feedback, the concern is are they have like organized this kind of event before, but the only difference is I had the incentive, which is compost being expensive. Well, it's expensive for me. It's expensive. I don't know what people would see that, but they didn't have this big incentive. So the difference, I think, really the thing made the difference is the consent incentive. The compost when giving away that thing was really good incentive. And how did I get a lot of people? So first incentive, and then second is communication. So the people were really supportive to me, and then one of them is the Sustainability Institute. You guys helped me to publicize my event poster, so that reached out, and then my also the Mississippi Valley Conservancy. They also publicized the event poster through their social media, and I also go to downtown, and then they look for the places that has community boards, so I put my posters there, and then just go to like down southern northern part of La Crosse, and then just putting those posters into people's mailbox. I go to like the a lot of places, and they just physically putting those posters into mailboxes. I think that really helped me to get. Oh, also one thing is I really also want to thank to Sadie Linero. She is manager of farmers market every Friday. She also really helped me to like I went to. She gave me the place to sit down, and then like helped me to distribute. So I just went to farmers market and then distribute the compost my event poster.
Got it.
That, those are the method that I use to.
Yeah, well, it worked. It worked because you got a lot of interest in it and you were able to give away 30 composters, which is great, right? If you think about the impact of that, there are now 30 more households in La Crosse that are composting food waste,
Yeah.
which we know is good for our carbon emissions because that food isn't going to, it's not going to the landfill anymore and creating methane. And it's also good for just creating good soil, right? That people can then use to grow nutritious food in their own yards, which is great. So that impact is fantastic. Um, so what did you learn about taking climate action and specifically about youth taking climate action from all, you did interviews with a bunch of different area youth who received this Youth Climate Action Funds grant. So what did you learn after talking to all those people about youth taking climate action? Are there any big like lessons that you sort of saw?
So it's going to be super like pep talk kind of thing, but the three things I learned, like this experience I this experience I had when with my project and then also the other people when I interviewed them, the first thing is be brave, be really, really brave. There's a lot of it's just fight between you and yourself kind of thing. Like one side of you wanna start this beautiful, nice project, and one side of you will threaten you, like overwhelm you, and that's not going to happen. Like, you're just being delulu or some kind of thing. So be brave is really one thing. Like there's a lot of younger people than me had done a lot of good stuff, like a lot of impactful stuff. So I think from them, like being brave, and then second is just start. Starting is really difficult. Like once you start, you will just go somehow. Starting, and then third is just keep going. These three things I learned, I learned from them. Yeah.
That is wonderful. Um, and so, Meg, I've just got one final question. I know that your time right now in the United States is coming to an end, and you'll be heading back to Japan. And then I guess my question is, where would we find Meg in 5 years? What do you think, like in your ideal world, where are we going to find you, and what are you going to be doing in 5 years?
So uh, I might be doing my PhD degree. Why it's so ambitious, but I want to do it. I'd like to learn. Yeah. I will be doing my PhDs and maybe I want to do something to my home country, Mongolia. So I have been in Japan and America. These two countries are like so developed, so good, and they might not need my help because there's a lot of people and a lot of technology and a lot of fun. But in my country, I think I might be one of the first generation who studied environmental stuff, like environmental studies, environmental maybe like very first like environmental psychology. So I think I might be very first generation, so I wanna use what I learned, the knowledge that I learned from these two wonderful country to develop wonderful country to my country and hopefully do some contribution to my country's future environmental development.
Yeah.
And I am hoping, yeah, one of my hope is I wanna, so this climate change is happening and then the one the sign that climate change is happening in my country is desertification. So we had huge steppe and we have big taiga in northern Mongolia and in middle of the Mongolia there's a huge steppe and southern part is Gobi Desert. But now it's like everything is turning into a desert, which I really don't like it. And so what I want to do is just the start planting a lot of trees and yeah, hopefully that would do some changes. And of course, like I want to get people excited what good things is happening in this environment, and get them on the board, and hopefully like a lot of people work with me to fight against environmental issues. Yeah.
Well, I have no doubt that, so for our listeners, you've heard it here first. So when Meg becomes a world famous feminist environmentalist, um, you'll hear, you'll have seen her words, sort of her prophecy right here, from the Sustainability Institute. Meg, I have no doubt that you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. Um, you've got so much talent and so much drive, that you're going places. So thank you so much for everything that you've done for the Sustainability Institute this summer, and all the interviewing you've done and all the work you've put into it. And thank you too for the project and the impact you've made here in La Crosse with your composting education program. It's made a difference, and you're making a difference right now. So we're going to miss you. Thank you so much for everything, Megan. Good luck.
Thank you. And using this chance, I just wanna thank people who really helped me. You, Casey, and Carrie from Sustainability Institute really, really helped me and made this summer wonderful for me. And I really wanna thank to Carol and Drake who really helped me to I told you that I had communication problem issue. So they were really with me through this, helped me to get through this communication issue with me. Really, thank you, Carol. And my wonderful professor, Alyssa Rims, for always like, behind me and then helping me, inspire me. And also Dr. Catherine Cartenkamp, uh, she helped me to also, yeah, get into this environmental psych stuff. And People's Food Co-op's Pern, really, she was wonderful. And my fiscal agent, Pastor Catherine. Yeah, thank you so much for everybody who helped me. And then also I wanna, if the people who received the compost bin watching this video, thank you and good luck in your future endeavor. Let's make a change.
Well, it takes a team to do these environmental projects. So you were a big part of that. Thanks again, Meg.
Thank you.
To stay connected with the Sustainability Institute and stay aware of upcoming events, head on over to our website to join our mailing list. Once again, we want to thank you for watching this Sustainability Chat. We hope to see you soon.